Prepare to be illuminated.
Hi guys, SkyPoint here, and this is just a quick video, the first of a series on how to do some of the challenges in Horus Heresy Legions. So in this video I will be showing you how I did the play 25 tactics in a single match challenge. I'll show you the deck I use, why it's built that way, and then we're going to go ahead and see the deck in action. So with that, let's start by taking a look at the deck. I used to actually use Horus for this, but ever since Horus had his initiative nerfed down to medium from high, I think he might be at a disadvantage. He's going to go second and be in sort of a bad position, I think, through the match. So instead I went with Calas Typhon. So let's take a look at the cards which I played in here. First of all, you'll notice most of them are cheap cards, and that's because I do want to be trying to play tactics. I want to be in a position to play at least one or two tactics a turn, and you can see here the deck has absolutely no troops in it. Alright, so the tactics themselves, I'll just explain why I have them and what they're for. So one of the most important things in doing this challenge is actually being able to survive long enough to complete it, and that's where Calas Typhon comes in, because with his energy ability he can heal 3 health back to himself, and that's enough to offset quite a lot of the damage which you're going to be taking. So then the first card we include is Lictitia Divinatis. This is great for a play cards challenge because it basically helps you to pull out the cards and get them into play as soon as possible. We've got a pair of Void engagements. This is also great for a challenge like this because it's both going to, it's a tactic itself, it's going to draw another tactic for me, and it's also going to damage the enemy warlord, so that's just wins all around. Ricochet is a nice cheap tactic for using when you've got that spare 1 energy. We've got a pair of Abandoned Supplies. This basically is just a free card for this purpose, right? I spend 2 energy doing it, I draw another card, and that one costs 2 energy less. So it's going to help me finish the challenge faster. Seek and Destroy to start dealing with some of the enemy troops who are going to be out there. Hopefully they got weakened by bashing against my body, and then I can just kill them with Seek and Destroys. Catacombs of Tisca, this is going to tie together with a card later. It sort of delays the enemy attack on you, so it's kind of nice. Phosphex Bomb, this is actually really great, so good for the Death Guard here, because you get to poison a unit, so you'll definitely kill it, and you draw a card, which helps you complete your challenge, because the more cards you have in hand, the more you can play. A pair of Vengeances, so again for this challenge deck, this is useful because it's a tactic in its own right, and it helps my warlord to actually deal with some of the tough troops out there, so that's cool. We also have a pair of a Silent Deaths, so this is a stall card, it just buys a bit of time. More about that one in a moment. Defensive Maneuver, I hate this, I think it's one of the worst legendaries in the game, but in a deck like this where I'm at risk of not having enough cards, I think it's going to be useful for bailing me out in a pinch. And then comes one of the great ones, Death Cloud, poison all troops in play. What you ideally want to do is wait until the enemy puts a couple of units into play in the same turn. You then drop a Silent Death that turn to stun them. The next turn you play Catacombs of Tisca so they cannot attack you, and then you play Death Cloud so that they all die. So you really want to be saving your Catacombs of Tisca until you have a Death Cloud. You want to play them as a combo. A pair of Artillery Strikes is sort of a mass damage tactic. First Wave as the opposite of that, it's a mass defense tactic. Endurance is mass attack as well as heal. Spectre of Death, so I was planning on playing mostly against bots, and most bots have 2 or 3 incredibly tough units at the high end of their deck, like 8 or 9 or 10 cost. So Spectre of Death is there to bail me out of trouble in dealing with those. And lastly, at the very end of the match, Mortarian's Resolve is also good. It's going to heal 5 to my warlord, assuming the match goes on till turn 10, which with Calas Typhon it has a pretty good chance of doing. And then it draws 3 cards, so hopefully the turn after you've stunned everything, you'll be able to play 3 more tactics and complete your challenge. Okay, so that's the deck. Let's go ahead and see the match which I won this in. It's actually the first match I went to. I actually ended up winning. So let's go ahead and see. Wow, I don't know what happened over there. That's weird. Oh, this was Canucks Vertex matches, I think. Interesting. Alright, so let's go ahead and actually see this. I lost the match, but I completed the challenge, so let's go ahead. Okay, this is actually pretty good. I've got that combinations of Catacombs of Tizca and Death Cloud ready, as well as some cards to do in the first couple of turns. I'm cool with this.
Your defeat is part of the plan.
Into the fires of battle!
I greet you.
Okay, so not much to do over here. I can actually just clear out his first guy pretty easily.
The salamanders welcome you.
We're going to use Seek and Destroy to just blast him off the field. He's got Survivor, so he comes back, but he only does 1 damage, so I'll kill him. Okay, that's my first tactic done. I'm not going to count the tactics, there's way too many going on in here. I actually end up working through my entire deck, as you'll see. So he face bashes me, but that's fine. I'm just going to heal myself right back up, and I'm done. So he's thinking about it again. Now he actually brings out a tough troop. But as you can probably guess, I am going to take care of him pretty easily. That guy only has 2 attacks. I don't care if he hits me. There we are. Done. And it drew a card. So I've got a pretty handy set of 6 cards to choose from over here. He drops another tough guy over there. He does the right thing. He attacks me with that guy, so he dies. So before he dies, he does some damage. Okay, so this is where the Vengeance comes in handy. Gonna Vengeance him down, and now his Survivor triggered. He only has 1 point of health. I'm fully expecting Numeon to give him Survivor again. That's just the logical thing to do, but I've got Endurance coming next turn. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. So this is where Endurance will now do a ton of damage. Thank you. And now I can finish off that tough guy with the big gun up there at the top left. And so he's gone. Okay, so still feeling pretty much in control. Oh, that's the first of the super tough guys we're seeing over here. And this is a really good chance to do that combo I talked about. We're going to use Death Cloud to poison all his guys, and Catacombs of Tizca next to make sure that none of them actually touch me. And I've got 1 point left, so I can Leticia Divinatus. And hey, I've got another Death Cloud / Catacombs combo ready to go.
For Nurgle.
Very thematic there. One of those poisons, it's all for Nurgle. Ooh, we've got some tough guys coming out now. Alright, so watch what I do here. Gonna use Ricochet to cut them all down to 2 health. Gonna use an Artillery Strike to bring them down. Now, I don't want to just headbutt into that guy because it's going to his sacrifice ability will trigger on his next attack. So I'll just leave it as that for now. The way I figure, I'm waiting for a good chance for a Catacombs of Tizca / Death Cloud combo. Benevolence, okay. Informant Network, wow. And that's it. Okay, so I can buy myself a little bit of time now. A Silent Death. Followed by Leticio to try and get some more cards. Oh, that's convenient. I've got a nice looking first wave there. That'll be some good defense. And his guy attacking the first wave dudes will not trigger his his sacrifice ability. That's a good response to my first wave, actually. He's really cutting it down. I think he's gonna actually clear out a bunch of my guys here. Yep, there we go. He cleared that out totally. We're both on 22 health, although he has his Survivor 5. so now a good time to do Mortarian's Resolve and stun everyone so I can kill them next turn. Also got some helpful healing going on. So that's real nice there. Okay. So we're going to use Endurance here to get rid of that Epistolary, because that's the most dangerous thing on the board. Especially a Numeon who can constantly give the Epistolary Survivor. Wipe out all of that. Now there's no need to rush into the Void engagement, so let me just use Bandit Supplies to get a cheap card out, and that's cool. A cheap Artillery Strike. Okay, here comes another Zaven Pyroclasts. And he's given them a huge amount of survivors. I figured this is going to be a good time to stun them, first of all. Because I'm hoping he'll bring something good next turn for me to poison. Let's see what happens. I can heal myself up here.
Just as planned.
There we go. So he's giving it even more survivors. That unit now has 9 health. He also protects it from any direct attack, which is clever of him, because otherwise I was going to try to use Vengeance, Artillery Strike, and my 3 guys. And now he's protected his guy from being attacked directly, and he's stunned all my dudes. So now that he's invested so much in that one guy, let's kill it. There we are. That's what Spectre of Death is for, dealing with those tough targets. Void engagement will do some more damage to him despite his precognition. And that's it. Let's just heal myself back up more. Ooh, there's a... what's it called? Bizas Squad? I think a Bizas Squad. Barrack Zytos. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I've got another Vengeance over here. So that boosts my attack to 5, which is enough to now destroy him. And I can now Ricochet to finish him off. That uses up another tactic which I have to play. Now we can just go whacking into him. So already you can see I've almost done with my challenge. I had 30 cards in total. There are 2 left in my deck and there's 5 in my hands. Really only 2 more tactics and I win. So I'm saving that Artillery Strike for anything tough which pops out. Like that. Okay. Ooh, a Phosphox Bomb. Let's go ahead and play that. Save the last Spectre of Doom for any more tough things. Another Abandoned Supplies. Oh, except I didn't realize I'm actually out of cards. Okay, whatever. Heal myself up. And the Nurgling, one of the Nurglings may as well die right now. I can put it back into play at full health. Okay, he's got a little Flamer bro, who now has Survivor. Okay, and his Barrack Zytos dies. I take 2 points of damage, so the first thing I'm going to do here is actually start getting rid of my cards. This was a little bit premature, but what the heck, let's just drop that. I actually made a mistake. I should have... actually no, that worked out fine. So now I've got 4 Nurglings, so let's just keep bashing him hard. No more energy to heal myself, so we're just gonna go face bash him and drop the last Nurgling down. This is very thematic, right? Typhon surrounded by a bunch of Nurgle demons. So he stuns most of my Nurglings. Alright. And he kills my last Nurgling, so I can't attack him with anything this turn. Okay, 3 damage. So we're just going to put them heal myself to try to handle all that countdown damage. Put the Nurglings in play. I think yeah, I've got 4 tactics left in my hand, or actually 3 tactics left in my hand. And given that I started with 30 tactics, I have definitely completed my challenge. Let's just finish off the match here. Okay. 4 points of damage. Death Cloud. And Catacombs of Tisco to make sure he can't attack me. And now we can just go ahead and gleefully whack him. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that pops the Survivor. And we attack him directly one more time. Okay, almost done now. There we go. Nurgling's dying from poison. But they all come back to my hand, of course, because that's what Nurglings do when they die. Oh, that's a good move. Okay. 5 points of damage next. Let's go ahead and put the Nurglings back in play. 1, 2, 3. Man, the replay runs so slowly sometimes. 4 Nurglings. And then I'm just going to heal myself because I'm taking so much damage from the card draw. How many cards does he have left? He's almost out of cards too, but at this rate I'm going to die first. That's okay, I've already completed my challenge, so I don't care much for this. He gives that Survivor, and he attacks, and now he knows I'm going to win. But you know what? There we go. This guy has been a good sport, not quitting the match and just dragging it on till the very end, so I'm not going to go ahead and win it. I'll just throw the match. So watch. Do 1 damage, 2 damage, and now he knows I can win, right? So I'll have to just attack him and win. So this is then instead where I commit honorable suicide. 7 points of damage, 8 points of damage. There we go, and that's over. And yeah, so that completed my challenge pretty successfully. So I set up the deck, and then in my first match went ahead and beat it. So yeah, go ahead. If you guys get the play 25 tactics in a single match challenge, Calas Typhon is a great way to go and do it. And the other nice thing about it is, actually you'll notice, apart from Mortarian's Resolve, I didn't actually need to have any legendary cards in here, right? Defensive Maneuver I never used except to kill myself at the end. Mortarian's Resolve is nice, but if you don't have Mortarian's Resolve, there's so many other nice high damage tactics you can put in. So if I was to search for tactics, oops, you could go with anything over here. You could go with Pax Chaotica, you could go with Orbital Bombardment, Melta Bomb. So yeah, plenty of options for you to have. So you don't need any legendary cards to get through this challenge. All you need is Typhon, who is, if you've been playing the game for a while, you probably have Typhon by now. So once more, here's the deck. Hope you guys found this video useful. Make sure you stay subscribed. I'm going to be trying every couple of days to put up another challenge guide video to help you guys out with this. So until the next video, I will see you later. Bye for now, guys.